Holy flame.
This isn't Captain America Civil War.
It just became that.
This is Tourney Locator.
Go
and
ahead.
Speaking of what we're having on Tourney Locator, a match that has been played time and time and time and time and time and time again on this stream. P2P with Gibus versus Smash World Gaming's JaySon.
Well, whenever you look at the head-to-head count, what does that kind of look like from a player versus player matchup?
I don't know.
Sure you do.
Not now.
Right. I mean, in the past, we've seen JaySon have
Before I stopped keeping track, they were actually even.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know where it's at now because it's been 3 months, but we'll see. JaySon took a very convincing first stock with a myriad of up tilts and up airs and up smashes, and Gibus is going to have to climb up a pretty veritable mountain. Great job to drop the shield, just take one jab, and then get it back on again.
Now the chase down begins from Gibus, desperate to make up for so much of the lost ground that he's already had, trying to find a way in, but JaySon's calm, patient style may prove to overwhelm Gibus, who is so steadfast in finding these openings.
Yeah, I mean, and really what it comes down to is that he's just been waiting for Gibus to make a mistake, and then he says, okay, up tilt. And then he waits for him to air dodge, and he says, okay, I'll do another up tilt. And it's been working out a lot. He's just been finding the right moves at the right times, and Gibus has just kind of been hitting him here and there. 66 to 95, and JaySon's still on his first stock. Almost lapping him now.
Well, Force Smash will change things up, though.
Yeah, this is back to last stock versus last stock. Gibus has quite a lot of percentage to make up.
You know, on a layout like this, he can rack up a solid 40 if he can start up one of his footstool combo strings. Doing that, of course, could be easier said than done.
It's much easier said than done, especially against somebody like JaySon, who doesn't ever really fall victim to that kind of thing. I think he's just grown a little bit bored of getting comboed all over the stage like that. It used to happen a lot, and I think one of the biggest things that made him improve is that he stopped getting comboed so hard.
It's again just an understanding of defensive options.
Yeah, and that's something that JaySon has been doing a lot better, a lot better of a job of. Is that he's been waiting out Gibus a lot more than Gibus has been waiting out him, and I think that Gibus might even want to play Lucario if he wants to take this. I'd love to see him go back to Mewtwo, but I don't think it's really ever going to happen. I think it's pretty much just Greninja Lucario at this point. But it's going to be Greninja Fox unless Gibus has decided on Lucario. And I think again it comes down to the fact that JaySon's been doing the defensive game a lot better, and he's been, you know, if Gibus is still hitting him, then he's like, all right, I'm taking a few hits, but I'm going to kill you. And now Gibus says, well, hold on there, boss. If you do that, you know, I'm going to be able to kill you at 45 with a back air, let's say. I don't know. That seems like a Lucario thing to do.
I think it's going to be so important for JaySon to not show his intent so readily whenever it comes to closing out the stocks. Fox in the endgame can be rather linear at times. You know, we see a lot of down airs trying to go into the up smash as the go-to KO option. So shield becomes very strong. I think JaySon might be changing up the game plan instead of strictly going for that, mixing in some grabs to get Gibus off stage and then finding a back air instead.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that really worked out for him in Game 1 is that he used that downer, you know, not only to confirm, but he was doing a great job of using it to cross-up Gibus' shield as well. And in this game, Gibus has been taking the hits, but look at where he is now. I would say he's in an advantageous position because I don't think JaySon will kill him with an up air quite yet, but Gibus might. It's Lucario. Let's see. Ooh, that would have been great for JaySon. Gibus might have been ready for the reflect, but we'll see.
Right.
11%, I believe, on that extreme speed. Might have been 9. I know it's 11% at max orb.
And a very tough moment here. JaySon, nice, gets the up tilt. And that was all because he overshot the down air, getting around Gibus, who was just sticking to shield. Now just continuing the sequence.
Yeah, it was one of those cross-ups that he's just so good at doing. And a lot of people aren't ready for that. Okay, waiting out the jab. Got that force palm, but it's going to be tough here. I mean, he doesn't have maximum or close to maximum rage anymore. So it's going to be very tough. Not it yet. Lucario is heavy.
And the bigger blast zones as well.
Oh,
Come to give us aids.
my goodness.
Oh!
Killing
Down.
with the down air. I didn't know you could do that.
It's a fast move.
Honestly.
It'll surprise you how quick it is. Definitely
No,
one
I
of the-
just didn't know it could kill.
Comes out much quicker than most of Lucario's moves in the toolset.
Gibus has done this twice now where he's just rolled past those rapid jabs that JaySon's been waiting out too much. And meanwhile, look at Gibus' shield. There's no right being that small. And I think that's one thing that Gibus struggles with as well is that SE. I was just gonna say that, you know, the big problem that Gibus has had on the defensive game is that he's very good at shielding, but unfortunately that seems to be what most of his defensive game comprises of, is shielding. And he's, you know, not quite as good as the drop back, you know, bait and punish and just I'm not going to get hit kind of thing.
Man, again, you know, that was so much of it, but also like looking at the adjustments JaySon made in defense,